they're a new team, right? Full of rookies. It's actually Volskaya.
Volskaya. Dun dun dun. From Miracle. And
Yeah.
I don't think they ever picked Volskaya. Ever. Never.
No. Never.
Ever. Nope, it is not in the data at all.
But Supernova did not play it against Feliz, so it is a new territory for both squads. Be fun to see. We saw Genji play on this battleground to quite a large amount of success, much to the detriment of the Western teams at the mid-season brawl. Well, new territory here. A map where globals can be strong, but it's not as impactful as other battlegrounds because it's like medium distance between lanes, like Infernal Shrines, and the way that the map size-wise is, it's very difficult to split push, and there's not a lot of, like, there's very few camps on the battleground that allow you to push hard, like a siege camp, right, or a night camp. Those don't really exist. The camps are really items. There is a siege camp, quote-unquote, but it's not the same kind of pushing camp that you would find on other battlegrounds. So it's tough to do the kind of split pushing style that Miracle's been doing with the Falstad pick.
And even with the split push, because you can't really, well, you can delay. You can delay the control point. It is possible, but because the rotation is not as important, and then controlling the control zone, getting the percentage is a lot more important, as the protector is just so strong right now.
Okay, I don't know what's weirder, the fact that we're seeing a Taiwanese chain to Zeratul at the beginning of this draft, insta-locked, or the fact that they picked it into a Blaze. I'm like, seems puzzling here. Blaze is the answer to both of these things. I don't think it's going to be a Ring Void combo, like that's a thing of the past, but that's why I say jokingly call it the Taiwanese combo. Used to see it a lot from Please Buff Arthas, for example, and Soul Torturers back in the day from Taiwan, the global scene. Didn't find much success with it, but they were able to beat NA with it a few times. But that's only past history now. Supernova been focusing on the DPSs in Game 1, Game 2, went into the global. Dahaka, of course, no longer a factor here. Phoenix, maybe the Falstad as well, if they really want that control of the map. But again, it's not a map where you can really push with the Falstad.
Alexstrasza, and if they really want to stay, might as well call out Zarya once again. I think we're starting to go towards that path.
Yeah. Also, you know, notice No Chat's disposition on camera. Very happy about this pick, bouncing up and down. He's very likely to pick the Zarya if given an opportunity. But this begs the question, G-Club, should Miracle ban the Zarya here then? Is it reasonable?
Are they even thinking about Zarya? Oh no, just Johanna. As they are trying to poke in, and Jaina's burst damage sometimes is not enough to break down even the shield of Johanna.
Think about how hard of a time Zeratul is going to have, though, if they end up with the Zarya. Like, Zeratul's in there doing melee, and Zarya is just burning him down. It's going to be the auto attack build again. I like the Zarya idea a lot. Falstad's removed.
Okay, removing the globals once at a time.
Zeratul's not really a solo laner anymore, so I find this choice a little bit weird, but they're just saying, look, I don't want to deal with it, period. Because Zeratul now serves as one of the two DPSs, more as a mage and a roamer than a top laner.
Yeah, because usually we just have the Q wormhole poking build.
Yeah.
Kind of like a mage. But they can also split soak, so he has this unique role in the team.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of heroes can be played as a solo laner or as just a DPS. Phoenix is one of them. A very rare case where you see him in the solo lane, but it has happened a lot on Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Oh, yes.
You know, Yrel is one of those heroes that, you know, you wonder, will she ever be played main tank, you know? Because, like, Arthas has been played main tank, been played solo laner, Tyrael as well, like...
No, she's a support. That's why we never see her.
Garrosh and Deckard will come in here, so furthering this combo style with the Jaina. Now, if they want to play Zeratul as the solo laner, could also be a roamer. the way they make this full combo, which is very difficult, will be very difficult for Alexstrasza to out-heal, is if they pull a Li Ming here into the end. That would be insanely powerful, very difficult for Alexstrasza to heal through. But now the question becomes, will No Chat lock in the Zarya, and with what? Last time it was the Johanna, when they ran this comp on Infernal Shrines. What makes this more well-rounded? A Muradin, perhaps? An Arthas? It's a tough call. Like, the Arthas would do well against the Zeratul, but it's Maiev. It is not the Zarya. It would be a tankless composition if they lock in Zarya now.
Which is not totally out of the question. They already have Blaze and Alexstrasza for the fight onto that control point.
I mean, they have a tanky Soul Laner.
Miracle does have Garrosh and Johanna banned, the counter against Garrosh.
Muradin will be the choice. But I like this comp less without the Zarya. I think now the Phoenix is very vulnerable. The Alexstrasza is vulnerable. The burst heal is not enough. They needed some sort of secondary support to make sure that Phoenix could do consistent damage.
Yeah, which can just be bunker.
True, true.
And Maiev's cage can actually be used for the opponent to not push into the back line. I don't think they can with the slows from Blaze and Phoenix. They just combo together so well with the salvo. They can get the burst out there to get some kills onto the Jaina, but get that Sergeant Hammer.
Very powerful for the map. Burst damage again, and also consistent damage on the control point. I worry. I really like Miracle's draft better actually, and they do end up with the Soul Lane Natrogen, which was called out. You know, Supernova knew it. That's why they banned the Falstad. They knew it would be the Soul Lane Zeratul. I wasn't sure. It is Natrogen, of course, but the difference being between the bunker, because the bunker gives you the support to make sure that Phoenix doesn't die. The difference between the bunker and the Zarya shield is that when your Zarya shielded, you can still do massive damage
and move
about, whereas the bunker means that, you know, you better warp out right afterwards or you're going to die. You better hope you have your warp, or that your warp doesn't get interrupted right afterwards by a Void or a Garrosh Groundbreaker, or stay a while and listen on top of the bunker.
And
like,
it's easy to land all those skill shots like Blizzard on top of the bunker. You just have to get out there once it expires.
This is not going to be an easy draft for Supernova to pull off. And even if they had gone, you know, Mura Zarya, it wouldn't have been perfect, but I would have liked it a lot more.
And if you just look at the team combo of Miracle, they're not going to stay together, all five, or even there's 3+ of them, because the reason why they have Maiev is to actually bring all of them together and make sure they get all trapped in the cage. Some great damage to get multiple kills at the same time, but Miracle, their positioning will be just widespread. Maybe Benton can just get some pulls for Sergeant Hammer, and maybe Deckard, but other than that, it's gonna be really hard. And Judy is Garrosh, so he can actually throw his teammates back too.
Because Sergeant Hammer has been so practiced in Korea right now, more scrimmed and banned than actually played in professional play, but because everyone is practicing it right now, it's difficult to find hammers that make mistakes positionally. It's still a brave pick of the Maiev, as you say. But if you're looking at this draft, you know, as Supernova, and you're saying, well, I think we'll be okay if we can pick the hammer, I think you're looking at things from the wrong perspective, because that's basically relying on Sniper making positional mistakes. I'd rather see them try to contest things like this, where at least you can force a fight where the hammer has to be in position to be impactful. They are rotating up. This could be a good fight for them to take, but No Chat's already pulled out of the fight. Great placement here for Alex. And the Scroll of Sealing hits, but it's still not going to prevent the damage, and No Chat is just popping off here. Judy gets caught. This is how you fight the hammer. You force a fight the hammer doesn't like. Where they make a mistake in overextension, you punish. You don't roam looking for kills, but you look for opportunities on objectives.
Miracle got a little bit greedy after not catching No Chat, because a lot of the skills were actually wasted, like Blizzard and even Jet Propulsion, the oil. Lots of CCs together, plus the damage that was wasted on the ground. Maybe they should have just went back. Of course, the healing do want that item, but once you use all the skills, which is basically most of your damage, oh, maybe it's a good time to just rush back, make sure you don't die.
I do want to point out something very important that we haven't addressed yet with this Alex Strasser draft. I saw there was a Reddit thread about the scrunchy portrait today, so I know Blizzard has, you know, they've heard, they've seen, they know.
Was there an official response?
No, I mean, well, I checked it right when I actually just happened to see it when it was just posted. It's not even, it might have been removed by the mods even, I don't know. But I saw that someone was talking about it. And we had to address this. We can't have an Alex Strasser game where she's got scrunchy portrait without talking about it. But that's okay, we're done. That's it, it's over. We've addressed it. Chin fully visible, unlike everyone else on the team. Jaina shows it proud, by the way. Okay.
And it is not the abundance build from Alex Strasser.
Been a few different variations recently. But with this comp, I don't think you need it. You have the bunker. So, you know, abundance, not as necessary.
We did see that movement speed talent before, and it was from Alex also on Friday. Nothing new, nothing too new.
There's a, I'll try to link it in the chat after the broadcast, but there is a really cool Twitter recently. Hold that thought. Phantom gets away. There's a really cool Twitter Rally Jaffa showed me where someone shows all the pro builds for a lot of...
Oh, after post-game, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, but there's actually a Twitter account that shows like everything everyone's doing in solo queue and really unique builds that pro gamers have.
It's in Korean, but you guys get to see all the image, so you can kind of know what kind of build they actually did.
Yeah, it's a picture, so like that's how I know about Alex's build, because I saw it on that Twitter account. I'll show it to you guys in the Twitch chat later maybe, but it's really, really handy if you guys want to follow the Korean builds. So they, just like Infernal Shrines, if you take control first of the control point, it's very difficult to wrestle control away, especially with a Sergeant Hammer in this case, because they have Dragon Queen. It's Alex Strasser, who's so positional based. She's such a good defensive support when you have an anchor to play from. And it's tough for a Hammer to poke in. And, you know, with the siege build she's chosen, it's tough to poke in and then do enough damage to kill heroes when Alex Strasser is there. However, post 10 with the BFG, that burst will break through the heals, and Sergeant Hammer will be more of a threat. Pre-10, with Supernova having those picks and the advantage there on the I keep calling it a shrine, the control point, I think it was better that they just had safe soak going on in the lanes instead. They lose walls from this. Well, there's certainly some comeback potential because Miracle's composition comes online post-10. Supernova's is going to be good post-10 as well, but this is not the end of the world for Miracle by any means. Like, they have a composition that is not, just not well suited to break entrance positions pre-10 right now.
And to get the Protector, they didn't even have to use
the Dragon Queen, yeah.
The Dragon Queen and all the things they're actually holding.
Yeah, they have an item advantage.
They have another turret, maybe 3 turrets in their hand, because Alex Strasser was also holding something. Muradin also the healing.
They have, yeah, healing pulse, 2 turrets, I think 3 in total.
3 turrets and the healing pulse. And this is going to be another healing pulse for them. They hit 10 first, so
they need to start using them because they can't hold anymore. Alright, 10's up. It's going to be Containment Disc, which can just straight up ruin Jaina, what she's trying to do, prevent her from doing any flanks. It can also just straight up put Sergeant Hammer in a position where she is set up to fail right after, you know, an engage. It also, you know, eliminates Garrosh in the fight, just takes the tank out. There's a lot of ways this can be used. Let's see how they want to use it, but Containment Disc has been very meta recently, and this comp doesn't have a big wombo for the cage. You know, it just doesn't.
And it has been used against Sergeant Hammer specifically at times. But they have to go along, and there are some saving tools from Miracle as well. It will be up to skills how they actually connect together. And so far Miracle, because they know that if they fight right now, because Supernova just holds everything to themselves right now with all the turrets, all the healing, they can't fight. So they're looking for post 10, maybe for the next control point to actually fight.
Yeah, that's where they want to fight.
Hey,
that's
it is
where they
actually
can burst.
wombo combo.
Yeah, I mean,
with the Void Prison, with the Ring of Frost, BFG.
They actually did go for the ring, and that's the most surprising thing of all. But you know, when you have this BFG, it almost feels like, you know, Chekhov's gun. Like, you're gonna use the ring. You're gonna go for this. Like, you have the tools. you're gonna use them. Very bold plays here from Nitrogen. Even the turret committed they want this. They can parlay this into at least the cannon tower wall being knocked down if they really want to commit.
There is a rotation down with Miracle, but Sergeant Hammer is still on top. So Supernova, if they choose to do so, they still have time to put pressure.
Gotta use the turrets at some point. You know, you can only hold 5, so I have no problems with that whatsoever. Would have been stronger back when we had ammo, but no longer. Okay, Nitrogen puts himself out there. No Chat actually avoids the damage with the warp. 10 seconds until control point B opens. Positioning here for Nitrogen, very, very risky, but very much impactful in terms of vision.
Heaven comes down just to grab onto that turret.
Sniper is working on this, but the disc is going to be used. He's caught. Uh-oh.
And Zeratul
Charge
way too far
perfectly
away.
timed. Nice toss, though. But still, as you say, Zeratul not in position. The Void comes down too late. Stay a while, listen. Only used defensively here. The Frost gonna hit Phoenix. There's the BFG, but it's not enough. They get the kill onto Phoenix, but the fight is already over. Alexstrasza pops her heroic. And Blue Beetle, there's no way out of this one. He's got the 10 armor. It's ending up being pretty helpful. But this fight is over. They should get onto the point and control it. Gonna be Kirisaku who takes that job. Just a little bit of a disjointed fight for Miracle because the containment disc came down like that, you know, and Prevent Hammer. Had Garrosh not gotten that into the fray toss back to put Hammer into where she needed to be, like, that would have been way more one-sided. Good play by Judy. But even still, Supernova takes the lead significantly.
Sniper does have the self unstoppable, and he can move away, but that all started because of the help from Garrosh, costing him his life instead. Okay, moving away from the control zone, actually pushing the bottom lane. Not a bad choice, but they're going to lose more. They will continue to lose more if they continue on doing this, unless they have some massive push. Sergeant Hammer, great sieging hero, but is kind of slow, even with the help of Jaina.
Rotation upcoming towards this middle fort now to try to, you know, they know they've lost the protector, but you know, they've got good wave play with the Jaina. They've got the pushing power with the hammer you mentioned. But these are baby steps compared to Supernova looking to smash, you know, with the big stomp here compared to the baby steps.
They're going in. They're looking forward to Kibo. Phoenix Throne taunted,
and Ring of Frost blows him up. This is a huge win for Miracle because this means Supernova is not going to be able to utilize this as much as they would have liked to. Now backing down to grab the middle fort. They will get it. They will get 16 from this.
Oh, man.
But this was a huge play. This play prevents Miracle from losing a keep.
I mean, Wrecking Ball is pretty powerful in Overwatch with the hamster power, but this one with the taunt and all the CC together, Phoenix had no chance of escaping this one for sure.
Trying to cut Nitrogen off, but not going to happen. Just going to use these cooldowns, then get out. Very easy to just spam these out and get out freely. Especially because it's Maev and Murden inside. They both have pretty decent escape out of here. Gets both cannon towers down. Here's the escape.
They still have a lot of items holding on to them, so and they have a massive leave, so that was not the worst thing that could happen to them.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is not the end of the world for Supernova, but it's a 6 save for Miracle, because things could be way worse. Oh, here's the explosion again, but this time it's onto Habin, so not going to be able to get as much. The sleep comes down, but there's a bunker here, and they're going to be able to force this into another fort, but nothing more, I don't think. In fact, Nitrogen drops the Void. Huge Scroll of Sealing nearly connects, but not quite.
BFG a little bit too fast because it was shot all the way from the bottom. Alex coming up from the back, saving his team, also healing them at the same time. What a play.
They didn't get the keep earlier, but they certainly should be able to get one now. Judy over here as Nitrogen desperately tries to come over to do an assist to try to help him survive.
They still have 2 healing pulls as well.
Now, they should be able to easily force us into a keep. Sniper split pushing meanwhile on the hammer. When things go wrong, you know Sniper's just in the top lane, split pushing somewhere else. Grab another turret. If Sniper gets half the fort, or even all of it. So it looks like he's got the wave there with him. It's still less significant than them grabbing this keep. However, respawns coming through. If Supernova can't get a keep from this, they're going to feel real bad. I think they might want to even commit to the healing pulses to get this down. Yep. This is risky to stay this long. There's the Heraldric Cube.
Garrosh is still 5 seconds, so I think they are okay, but they're opening the fight!
Hey, Blue Beetle is the first target. Frankel gets out of the disc, but he is very much in danger. Now with Garrosh back up, they lost Decker Kane. They have no support, and they can just be poked down. This keep is going to be lost, but if they lose anyone else, we've got a series on our hands. Okay, here's the toss in into the taunt, but once again, it's Habeen who avoids actually the Groundbreaker. Heals coming through. No chat. Teleports away. They get the keep. That's the main idea here. That was the main objective. They're going to feel very happy to walk away as Habeen finishes his quest.
Oh, boys, because Sniper actually pushes that Meridian away from that Groundbreaker, and then they're onto the chase. Frankel trying to flank from the side again.
Ring of Frost for the bunker to counter. Also, the BFG does not hit. Second in a row here for Sniper that goes wide. The Void means nothing as everyone will just simply walk out of it. As Supernova wins another trade. They grab some more experience. Point C unlocks in 30 seconds. They're going to look for some more items here to make sure they have item control for this fight that will give them the protector that can launch towards victory here to perhaps start to mount a comeback in this best of 5.
They still have a great control. Miracle before 20 they are trying to contest. Maybe the last chance before they go down, Judy, just fighting in, trying to get that healing pulse somehow.
Okay, Disc here to try to save himself here. Bentham holds his vault to the last second. The cube hits him, but it doesn't prevent the healing. It wasn't what he was looking for. Huge sleep here. No chat survives regardless. And Habeen, he's not going back. He's going in. Bentham gonna get caught here. The heal will keep him alive. No chat barely gets out. There's the scroll of sealing. Bentham still alive. And it looks like this is going to be a neutral exchange here. Habeen will be able to avoid death as he dwarf tosses away. 20 just around the corner here for Supernova. Very, very tense moment now.
Lots of dirty fights. And Hammer has actually been somewhat of a problem in the team fight because the blast actually pushes the opponents apart, and the skill shot actually missed. They actually missed a kill onto Phoenix because of that. He was sleeping from Decker Kane, but no focus because Sniper actually hit him with the blast, actually saving him twice.
Yeah, just getting desperate here, getting stressed out.
They need to get all the teamwork together. They're still behind, still some time.
Supernova waiting for 20 before they collapse for the engage. Top camp is pushing. Only real push camp. You know, we talked about how there's a lot of limitation of how much you can split push. And
ooh, there's no way of going back.
Okay, they're coming in here deep. The containment disc is onto Garrosh, so no peel here. Void hits 2, including Alexstrasza, mid-animation on the Dragon Queen. No chat, does not get hit by Ring of Frost. The BFG goes wide. Bantham gets out here, but he's jumped onto by Nacho Jin. Kirisaku going to go for the charge on his way out. Habeen knocks Nacho Jin in. Sniper taking damage from the catapult as well right now. He's stuck. Pings go down. Habeen heads over. Alexstrasza, again, just one of these heroes that lasts forever when she's got the Dragon Queen. In terms of healing, it's high output right now. Frankel being burned down as no chat can just turn around.
Just in time, and they do have 4-man. They do have the control on to that. They want to continue. Judy gets so low, but Decker Kane is keeping them alive with the potions.
But remember, the top push is starting to get a second keep down right now. They have the level 20 advantage. No chat's going to regain his shields. He has the 20 shield active still, I believe. They will grab this, you know, I keep calling it Shrine, the control point once again.
Trying to contest. Let's get Sniper. Oh, gets very low. Pops that unstoppable once again.
Okay, no chat wants to go in because he knows he has his passive. There it is. He's going to have to warp out now, though. Habeen wants more, but he can't. They cannot prevent this Triglav. They're just going to have to give it. But they will get the top keep with the camp. Although, Nitrogen goes up here. He's trying to prove me wrong. Looks like they may just barely save it. They don't have 20 yet, and I believe the full keep wall is up in the bot lane. A Miracle may do it again. They may have another comeback to seal this series out 3-0. There is certainly a way back into this game now. What a game. What a series this has turned out to be.
Even with a big miss with the Ring of Frost and the synergy with BFG, Now the Decker Kane late game potion healing is coming back because that's 3-second cooldown for every potion, but with your teammate that's 50% down on the recharge. So 1.5 seconds for every potion. You will get healed every single time. Garrosh was surviving for such a long time. So that's why they're focusing on to Deckard.
Yep. Gonna go ahead and toss out this cube, but the Entertainment Disc is gonna lock him in place. Here comes the sweep here for No Chat, a little bit too early though, as Blue Beetle's taking so long. The sleep comes in, not exactly what he wanted, but he's got the shield here. Bunker well placed. They're basically just delaying.
Oh, with the 3FG they're chasing, and they are low. Supernova onto a retreat. Protected does so much damage. Kirisaku so low. The laser does go down.
Oh man, Miracle's fighting their way back into this game. No Chat doesn't have his passive anymore. Alex Strasa trying to get out here, killed though on the way. And now this Protector, 15 seconds left. It's going to be tough to end the game with this one, but they have certainly found their way back into it. Absolutely stunning plays by Miracle here. Containment Disc, the commitment there to Deckard Kane did not work out for Supernova, perhaps getting a little bit overzealous there. 2 members down. This should be a keep for Miracle. More than that if they can get some picks. There's no minions here, so they got to tank the shots from the keep. Really unfortunate here for Miracle. The next wave is coming. Should be able to force this keep either way. Only 30 seconds left till Alexstrasza respawns, though. To go for core here would be risky. Looks like they're willing to do it, though. They're walking in.
They have to go in, and they have to try something and maybe get a kill. On to another hero, No Chat. Oh, does go and Maiev gets taunted. He's gone. He's
and the ring goes too. And that's it. That's the end of this game. The passive pops here for Phoenix, but it's just not enough. He's blown up regardless.
What?
And it looks like Miracle finally made the combo work. They are going to end this game. They're on the core. Kirisaku comes out. Here's the BFG right onto the core, breaking through the shields. Heal reduction here going down, as well as the scroll of ceiling. Alex Strauss popping the Dragon Queen. Just too much damage here coming up from Sergeant Hammer. The sniper is under fire.
40%.
It's going to be the end of the game.
There's no way of defending this. That's 3-0.
3-0. The Void comes in. Not going to matter. Not required. That's it. Miracle with another comeback, and they will take the 3-0. And here we are at the end of week 1, 18-0, 3 zeros all the way across the board.
Wolf, I honestly believe the Containment Disc actually saved Deckard Kane for the Protector to come, and you forget about the skill that actually gives shield your teammate and let Deckard Kane survive for such a long time.
Yeah, they committed to that fight there. That was the turning point of the whole game. When they tried to kill Deckard, the Containment Disc came down. Really unfortunate loss here for Supernova, a team that I think will have further struggles going forward, because had they been stomped today with a 3-0, I think they would have lost some of their team morale, right? But losing 3 fairly close games, I think might make you feel even a little bit worse, at least for the week to come before you have your matches next week. It's going to make scrims a little bit tougher. It's going to make that preparation all the harder. But maybe, at the end of the day, that'll be the motivation they need. Sniper walks away from this one with 0 deaths, 7 of 8 kill participation, and across the board max damage.
105k from that.